Welcome back everybody to this ROBLOX STUDIO tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make the simple health bar. As you can see, it works. The color changes, goes down, smoothly goes down. It takes 20 every time. So, let's just get right into it. Alright, so I'm in a fresh new place here. And I have a quick damage part that I made. You can just do whatever. But this isn't the tutorial, so let's just get into making the health bar. So first we need to add a screen GUI into starter GUI. You can rename this if you want, I'm just not going to do that. Then add a frame, and then I'm just going to quickly just copy down these settings because I don't want to go through this again. So you can copy what I'm doing if you want. So we need to set the position, which is going to be 0.013 like that, and then we need to change this one right here to 0.936. See, that works. And then we need to set the size to 0.347, just like that. And then we're going to change this size to a 0.045, just like that. Now we're going to add a UI corner, which will round out the corners. There we go, UI corner, just like that. Set the first value here to 1. That'll make it so it's perfectly rounded. Now let's just make it black, because it just looks better. Now we're going to add something that is called a canvas group into the frame here. We're going to just do a bunch of the properties again, which is going to be the anchor point to 0.5 for both values, and then the position we're going to set to 0.5 for both of the scale values, and then the size is going to be 0.99. Oh, 0.99. Wait, yeah, 0.99, and then 0.85, just like that. And now it looks a little bit weird because if we copy this UI corner, put it into the canvas group, we now have the bar looking like, well, a bar. So now we're gonna do the actual bar. Just color this black real quick. It blends in. I'm not gonna explain why we need to do this. It's just so it removes a bug with the UI corners without it like glitching and stuff. So if we add another frame into the canvas group, just like that, set the size to 1, copy the UI corner and put it into the new frame. Pull the new frame bar, just like that. Now we're basically done. So if we just recolor the bar to just green and stuff, if we just do that, or I'm just gonna do that so it's green. Now we just have to pretty much just do a little bit more design. So if I think this is the last thing we need to do, which is a UI gradient, to add a gradient. So if we set the rotation to 90, and then if you click on the color, then click the 3 dots, we get this menu here, which is a sequence thing. We can just change the gradient here. So we click this little triangle here, just lower the color here, or the value. And as you can see down here, adds a little bit of gradient, so I'm not going to do too much of a gradient. I'm just going to do a little bit like that. And boom, it looks way better. Now we are going to start scripting. So if we create a local script inside the screen GUI, just like that, you can rename this if you want. It doesn't really matter. So we're going to get the player first. We're going to do local player equals to game.players.local player. This just gets the player. I feel that's pretty self-explanatory. And then we need the character, which is local char equals to player.character or player.character added weight. So basically, if there's the player.character, so if the character is already in the game when we run this, then it will get whatever the character is in the moment. But if it's not in the game yet and only the player is, then we wait for the character to get added and then we set the value. Now we just need the humanoid, which is going to be local hum equals to char, wait for child, humanoid, which gets the humanoid which we need. Then we need to import tween service, which is local ts equals to game get service tween service. There we go. Now we're just gonna reference the bar real quick. So if we go local bar script.parent.frame.canvas group.bar, that is the wrong thing. Bar. See, this is that basically. Now if we go hum get property change signal health connect function. So whenever your health changes, it connects that to this function right here. So whenever your health changes, does this function. Now we're going to go on to the actual proper stuff. So we go local scale equals to hum.health divided by hum.max health. So this is the scale right here. So if you're at 100% health, this would equal to 1. And if you're at half health, it will equal to 0.5. So if we go ts create, so we're creating a new tween bar tween info dot new 0.3 enum.easingstyle.sign enum.easingdirection.inout. So this right here creates a new tween information. So this is how fast the tween takes. So if we go from one position to another, it'll take 0.3 seconds. This is the easing style, which shows you how it tweens it. So sign would be like, ooh. As this is in out, it would go in and then out. But if it was just in, it would just go like that. If that makes any sense. It's a little bit complicated, but it's not too complicated, but a little confusing. So if we now we need to actually set the size. So go size equals to udim2.new. Then we going to go ahead and go math.clamp scale 0, 1. And then we need to go 0, 1, 0. Just like that. This just sets the scale to be according to the health. Then we need to actually play the tween. There we go. Then the final thing, ts create bar tween info. Actually, we can just copy this right here because they're the exact same. And then we're gonna go background color 3 equals to color3.new, and then we're gonna do a bunch of math here. Okay, so 2 take away in brackets 1 multiplied by in brackets scale times 2. Then we can just copy the 1 to there, just copy that. Then if we go back a little bit, just to right there, do a comma, and then just paste that, and then do another comma, and then put 0. So it should look like that. Then if we just play the tween, we are now done. So I am now in the game, and we can test this by just damaging ourselves. As you can see, the bar goes down every time, and it changes color depending on how far down the bar is. When it gets really low, it turns red. If it's just slightly low, it's orange. If it's in the middle, it's yellow. If it's near the end, but not, like 75% basically, it's like yellowish green. And if it's 100%, then it's green. And yeah, that's a basic health bar. And I will see you in the next tutorial. Goodbye.